Hello beautiful people, one of the biggest objections that we get to content marketing and just self-promotion in general is that
I don't have time.
Have you ever said that? Have you ever thought that? Have you ever used that as an excuse? Well, let's do. So here's 3 things that we did to get more time back to work on our business, not just in it.
Before we jump into our top 3 tips, we want to know what your top tips are. So post in the comments what your top tips are so we can all revel in the glory of knowing all these amazing tips.
But before all the reveling in all of the glory, here's our top 3 tips. And number 1 is meetings.
The first thing we did was to stop having meetings. Harsh, right?
Very harsh. Didn't even meet each other.
When we first got started, we would meet up with everyone and everything and their dog, and it just ate into our day and our dog food. So if you want to save masses of time and not necessarily just decline every single meeting, here's some things you can do.
Step 1 to this is to decide if it actually has to be a meeting in the first place. Like, rather than a full-blown meeting, could it just be a few questions that you answer over email? Or even just like picking up the phone, talk to that person for 10 minutes about what you want to meet about?
But if it absolutely does need to be a meeting, step 2, don't make that meeting in person. Do it online. Coffee shop meetings are just an absolute time drain.
This video is sponsored by Starbucks.
What you want to do is use something like Skype or Zoom, which is our personal favorite, to have these meetings instead. This means there's no commute time and there's no bad traffic, and it also means you'll probably have less chit chat and time buying a coffee and talking to the waitress and so forth. It overall just is a faster meeting.
And talking about the weather, you don't need to talk about the weather
You don't need to talk
when you're
about the
online.
weather.
Like the climate in our office.
It's fine.
It's not a talking point.
It's just fine. Let's get on with the meeting.
Step 3 is to stop it with the 60-minute default meeting settings in your calendar. Instead, have your default length of meeting time more like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes if you are hardcore. 5 minutes. 1 minute.
Alright. Step 4 for cutting down on those meetings is to be clever with your scheduling. Personally, we are way more productive in the morning, so we need to use that time effectively to work on and in our business. So we push all our meetings to later on in the afternoon when we have that afternoon lull, because the meetings, we're in a meeting, we can't have a lull in a meeting, we have to be energetic. So it almost forces us to have that energy, which is great. So we push all our meetings later on to about 3:30 later on in the afternoon. So schedule your meetings in your most unproductive time, whenever that is for you.
Bonus! Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Bonus tip is to get people booking in using your own online calendar tool. Our personal favorite is Calendly, and getting people to book in not only saves time in the actual going backwards and forth on what time can we meet, what day can we meet, but also keeps people to your schedule. A little bit selfish, but it works.
Meetings done. Boom. The next time to vanquish is networking and events.
Now, we're not going to say to stop networking altogether and stop going to events, because we do love attending events and we do think there is a lot of value in taking those relationships that you make online, offline.
But go to the good ones and be selective and strict about the ones which you choose so that they don't eat into your time too much. If you do regular local networking, maybe think about cutting it down to 2 a month or 1 a month or something like that.
Back in the day, we were doing like 2 to 3 networking events every single week. And it was a complete time killer. And actually a waistline killer, because those full English breakfasts were amazing. Pete doesn't get fat though, so hate him for that.
We also really love going to events and conferences, but again, you need to pick the good ones because they'll otherwise eat into your time.
This video is sponsored by Atomicon.
Before we go into our third and final, most draining time suck, we want to give you our income and time gap checklists, which you can complete in a matter of minutes, and instantly it will reveal exactly where you are wasting the most amount of time, where you could save a ton of time, and where you're leaving the most amount of money on the table, so you can instantly correct that.
You can download that using the link below or over there, and you will instantly know how to make more money and save more time.
Hell yeah.
The third time suck that we want to vanquish is, drumroll please, pointless collaborations and side hustles that go nowhere. Oh yeah, we see this all the time and it makes us really, really sad. Like Pete's face literally does that. Look, sadder, 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 that. And again, it's something that we have been guilty of. So believers, we are not taking the high ground here. It's something that we have done and it's wasted a lot of time.
We think sometimes entrepreneurs feel like they need someone else, or they need to collaborate with someone else, or they need to start another side hustle. So they go and end up in these big collaborations with people, or setting up new businesses, or doing these side hustles, which seem to make sense on the surface, but actually they're just a massive distraction from the main focus or the main marketing strategy.
These collabs could be things like joint live shows or joint podcasts, but we've even seen things like joint businesses set up and fail dramatically. Now believers, we are definitely not anti-collaborations. Like, we absolutely love collaborating with other people in our industry. But what we're saying is, before you agree to something, especially something that's going to take up a lot of your time, ask yourself, does it fit 100% snugly into your own business goals? And if not, then seriously consider whether it's worth doing it.
Because if you think about it, going back to our 90-10 rule, if you have two different things on the go at any one time, or more than two things, all you're doing is just using up your energy. I would much rather have 100% focused on something that you really believe in and that you want to make a success of, rather than having two things and just doing them both averagely. You're never going to get any of them anywhere because you don't have the time, energy, or resources. It's literally just having your time and success.
And if you've got no idea what the 90-10 rule is, then go and watch that video over there or in the comments where it is all explained.
What it really comes down to, though, is we all want more time and money in our business, right? So why not download our more sales in less time checklists so that you can discover where your income and time gaps are.
So go get that on the link below. Go get it on the link below.
Go click.
I have been Andrew.
I've been Pete.
Please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have enjoyed this. We do them every single week and we will see you next time.
See ya.
Bye 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 bye. This is our goodbye song. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.